Hi and welcome to my channel. You are listening to Jaguar Jess, and I'll be sharing some ideas on this topic of what is going on
Hi,
in
I just wanted
relationships
to speak
and
up on a
men's
topic
thoughts
that's
today.
really been on my mind, and I just wanted to get this recorded so I can remember my thoughts on this subject. I've been seeing a lot of dialogue, conversations, and there's different TV shows and um, platforms that's talking about men's rights activism and also feminism and their activist movement, and kind of trying to get those two together to dialogue and discourse about it. And it just seems like it's not working, and there's just a total disconnect between the two groups and what they're talking about. And I just want to give my thoughts on it. I've seen some disturbing videos just about men having this whole approach. I remember I saw this video where there were men and women that were there supposed to be talking about some thought processes that men had about women these days and what their role is and what they should be doing and not doing. And like they're all into this Kevin Samuels and these different platform artists or whatever you want to call it is talking about their views on how women are clueless and lost and don't really know what's going on in the world, and having these fantasies about how they think men should treat them. And it's just all in their imagination, and they need to get a clue. Basically saying that they only want young women that they can train, and that older women are busted, and if they have a baby's daddy, or if they're divorced, or over 40, or even really over 30, that they're worthless women, and they really should be happy with anything that they get, things like that. And that's just quite disturbing. So I just wanted to point something out there. Like I said, there was a guy, I was watching the video, and the women were sitting on the couch and the men were sitting on the couch, and he threw out this question, and he was like, if a woman is, and this is me paraphrasing, I can't really remember it now, but at the time when I saw it, I know I was really livid about it, really, because he just totally tried to invalidate and demolish this woman. And I just thought it was disrespectful. He was saying something about that he has his own house and he has a really good paying job and things like that. And if he was to get married, or if he was with a woman, like, she'd be only there for the vagina. Like what good are women other than just being there to be the vagina? And so the woman was like, well, one of the other women didn't even go there. They didn't say anything. And she was just, excited and wanted to dialogue and discourse. So she, threw out what she thought was, a good answer. She was like, well, if you have a wife or you have a woman, they're there. They, help with the house, and they help clean and cook and, take care of things and stuff. So things that you won't need to do. And, and then he was like, well, I could get a housekeeper to do that. Like, I could pay somebody to, like, make my meals. Like, I could get a chef, or I could go out to eat. Like, what good are you? Like, what's the point? And then she was saying, well, I also have my own money, and I take care of myself too. But he's like, oh, but when you're with a man, you're not using that money. Like, you just using it on yourself or something. I don't know what he was saying, but he was just basically like, well, that doesn't matter. Like, if you have your own money, like, we're still paying the bills or something. And he just continued to, like, pretty much dismiss anything she was saying. And I'm saying to myself, like, hold up. I'll say, and none of the other women jumped in. I think, number one, this is what I'm going to say about that personally. And I wish, like, if I would have been on a show like that I would have been brave enough or quick enough to come up with this thought process and be able to get it out there articulately, so that it would make sense and would be a full developed idea. I really hate like it being on the spot like that, and then you're trying to come up with, an answer or something clever, and you can't really flesh it out, you know, fast enough or in a format that makes sense. So this just was coming to me. It's kind of like, number one, I would not have even. The problem is we're engaging in these conversations with people who don't want an answer. Like, they've already come from a disrespectful place, and it doesn't require an answer. They've made up their mind. That man had made up his mind, and he already had invalidated and disrespected the whole concept of a male-female relationship being anything that's valuable. Like, a woman being in the relationship with him being something that is valued. Like, obviously, any one of us, male or female, can sit there, and women are working pretty good jobs these days. They're making really good money. There's a lot of single parents, and there's both male and female, and there's also divorced people, and people who are just starting out their life, young women working their jobs, going to college and things, males who are growing up, taking care of themselves, doing things for themselves. So a lot of times, yes, most of us already have done things like that, where we either, go out to eat or get our laundry sent out somewhere, or what I'm saying, like we all really could do that. Like, we all could get a housekeeper if we wanted to. We're getting our paycheck. You could get somebody to do your laundry. You could get someone to take care of and keep your house. Like, we all could do that, male or female. And I'm saying that if he's making that type of money and he feels comfortable, if he was alone doing that, then why wouldn't you continue to do that when you had a wife and or a girlfriend? Because that seems to be something that he felt like was unnecessary, really, for a woman. That if he wanted to be with a woman, like, that wasn't really something that was necessarily valuable for her to do. So why are you having women do that? Why are men complaining? But I always see them complaining about women saying, oh, women don't cook no more, they don't clean good, they don't wash our clothes, they don't, you see what I'm saying? Like, they're complaining about, like, this house nanny, or or they're not watching their kids right. Yeah, I could get a babysitter, I could get a nanny. Well, yeah, like, that would be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do that anyway. So if you're making good money like that, why is your wife even having to do any of those tasks? And why are men out there complaining and crying about, oh, women these days don't cook like mama did, and they're not taking care of the house, and they're not washing my clothes, and they're not taking care of the children like 24/7, and then giving me everything that I want in the bedroom too. So I'm just saying, if you're wanting, if you're already have established that you can get those needs met with your paycheck already by yourself, why, when you get with a woman, do you expect her to do those things? So that's not valuable. That's what I'm saying. Those things he was saying was not valuable for a woman to do. Like, that doesn't make him feel any kind of way about her, that she's taking care of him and doing these things for him. So what is her value? That's what he was saying. What is the value besides the vagina? And my statement on that, my answer to that too, is you could get vagina anywhere too. Like, I mean, Las Vegas, Nevada, or just Nevada in general, the state, they have legalized prostitution. I mean, you can I'm just saying, I mean, you could just go and get vagina, just pay for the vagina, you know? Like, you don't have to get a whole wife. You don't have to get a whole family. Like, you can go get free vagina. I mean, there's plenty of singles out there who like to date on those apps, Tinder and all that and stuff. And, you know, they're just kind of up for the game of having casual sex or like going out to the club. And a lot of people who do that, you know, end up, you know, going having casual sex with partners, with people, you know, that they don't even know, just random folks. And like, you could do that. Like, what is the point of getting with some woman just to get vagina? Like, that just sounds dumb. Like, that's what I'm saying. So what was the whole point of what he was saying? Because women could just go hire out and get somebody to bring them food, and they could get a housekeeper or somebody to come in and clean their home. Like, they could get a nanny or somebody to watch their children if they have some, you know, and they could go get penis wherever they want, you know, like they could go out to the club or go on a dating app, or, you know, go find some free sex or penis somewhere. So I mean, really, so that's what I'm saying. Like, those things are not necessarily what people are drawn to or need to be together. So that was my whole point, was why are they even talking about that? Because obviously you're not seeing what the point is of a relationship and being with someone. You're connecting with them on a spiritual, emotionally, mental level. That is the point of the relationship. What they're bringing to you enhances your life, your physical, your spiritual, your emotional, your mental life. I mean, somebody could be, you know, one of the partners could be in a wheelchair or something, not be able to care for themselves. Like, it's people that have been with someone for a long time who have like chronic illness or some terminal illness or whatever, and have stayed with that person. Why? It's because they enhance their life in other ways. Like, it ain't about, oh, they can clean a dish. It's not about, oh, they put the clean sheets on. Oh, they had sex with me tonight. Like, it's not even really about that. So I just don't understand this whole movement of men, you know, talking about how, you know, you're not pretty, and like you're over 30, you're over the hill, and, you know, you got a baby daddy, or, you know, you got an ex-husband, he's sketchy or whatever. Like, what man would want you, you know? Like, I just, it's making no sense to me, because you're not with the person. If you see, I don't know if like people are understanding like where I'm coming from on this. Like, we hit all these points about, they're saying that it's not valuable for a woman to clean, cook. Only thing, clean, cook, take care of them. That's not valuable. Only thing they value is the vagina. But we already have stated that you could get that anywhere, really. You could pay for it. I mean, you're already complaining about paying for the things that your wife or girlfriend wants. So you could just take that money and be, you know, be frugal with it, or as extravagant as you want to be, and get you a high class escort, or you could get you a bottom bargain basement hoe, you know, and just go for it, you know. And so you wouldn't even need, you know, to be in a committed relationship to do that. And vice versa with the women as well. So we have to realize that the person has value in the relationship from what they bring to the person's psyche, what they bring to them in their spiritual and emotional, mental life. Anything else on top of that, especially if they agree upon it, is extra. You know, this is not about, oh, we got to take care of somebody. Women take care of themselves all the time. Men should know how to take care of themselves. He already established he could do all that himself. Only thing he cares about is the vagina. But at this point, it seemed like he didn't really care about the vagina. Makes me think that these men is some undercover homosexual, or at least they've been listening to some undercover homosexuals, and that's a whole part of, you need to go read the Gay Manifesto. Okay, that's the whole point. Like, they're infiltrating the group and pretending like they're one of the regular, you know, male individuals that has sense and logic and everything, and they're bringing the men back in the fold. No, the whole point is to transition everyone over into a homosexual, men and women. So men won't won't want women and women won't want men, but they will get together to procreate. That's what the gay manifesto is pretty much saying. So anywho, um, so then I was watching another show,